it's one thing to be a fan of radio as a medium. When and how did you know that you wanted to pursue a career in radio?
Well, when I was in college, and actually I went to the University of Detroit.
Detroit Mercy. That's even more legendary. Come on.
Yes. And so when I was a student there, I used to do all the voiceover work for everybody's project, that they were doing in media class, and especially my own. In fact, it got to a point where it was funny, Ron. We had to do individual productions of a show. And our instructor said, okay, I'm going to make it hard on everybody. With the exception of Greg, none of you can use him as your talent in your show.
Oh,
So
boy.
it was like, they're all going, well, there goes my C. Uh, but yeah, I just, started doing that. And then what had happened was right before I got ready to graduate, that's when WJR FM, it had been an automated station. Basically, for those who don't know what automation means, it basically was just run by a machine. There were no people there. Well, they were going to go live. And the assistant program director at that time, a guy named Gene Krzyzewski, was a U of D grad. So he called over to the school saying, hey, we're looking for somebody to do evenings. You guys got anybody who might just be graduating who, be good enough to play beautiful music, which was the stuff we used to hear in elevators. So they said, yeah, we got this guy, Greg Russell, who'll be graduating soon. So I went down to see them. We talked. I did an audition tape. And a week later, they called up saying, congratulations on your graduation because you've got a job. And it's like, yes.
Tell me you still have that tape. Tell me you still have that tape.
I wish I did.
Oh,
I wish.
great.
You know what? I probably do because, as my wife will tell you, I never have thrown away anything. I still have my GI Joes from the 1960s, so it's probably somewhere in my effects.
I just recently came across my first demo that I made when I was a student at Specs at WNLD. This is WNLD, Rock and Ron coming at you. It's so bad. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's embarrassing. It doesn't need to be out there. It needs to be burned.
No.
Let's move on. Let's talk about your first job in radio. How did that present itself? And obviously it was WJR FM, but talk a little bit more about that experience because this is your first experience in the business of something you grew up listening to.
Right. I mean, it was great the way it was, set up for me. I did evenings. And like I said, it was a beautiful music station. Again, the stuff that they used to play, we always called it elevator music and all like that. So I didn't have to be, per se hyped or, do a lot because our listening audience at the time, was older people. They were listening to me to go to sleep at 8:00 at night. So, I was able to, it was just great because it was all on tape. I mean, the music was on tape. So I'd come in and do my break and go, you're listening to 96 FM, WJR FM, Detroit. And now, here's Montavani to get you motivated.
That is awesome. That is awesome.